Scrappy friends, welcome back for another process video. I'm going to be scrapping these pictures of the lizard down in Cornwall today from a holiday in September last year. A picture of me and my brother, and then there's one at the bottom there, it's got Mr. Ding as well. We're sat on the metal girders that go along the back of where the beach is, and I've got pictures from here when I was about 11 with my dad sunbathing. So me and my brother just thought we'd take a picture in the old spot from the pictures from my dad. So I'm using the Hip Kit Make It for this layout, which arrived from when I'm doing this yesterday morning. So I got straight on to creating a layout with it, and be doing some more today. I'm just going through the papers now, which are some from Pink Paisley, Fifth and Monaco. There's a sheet there from Vicky Bootin, Let's Wander, sheets from the stamp market. Just deciding what I want to use. So take off the brand. Well, it's like a branding strip on this sheet, but they're true 12 by 12 papers, so it's not actually a branding strip, just a nice little pattern strip along it. So taking that off this black and white sheet, and decide that I knew from when I cut the pictures up that this is how the pictures were going. I just wasn't sure what I was doing behind them. So I do actually look at the May page maps for a bit of inspiration about what to do behind the photos. There is a similar sketch on page maps this month, but I already knew, as I said, these photos were going where I've placed them, because that's something I did before I even looked at page maps. So I'm just sticking the pictures down to that strip so I can move the strip in one piece, and know where everything's going, because I wasn't sure how far over the strip should go until I had the photos done. So this sheet here from Stamp Market's got a load of cut parts on it, which I cut apart, funnily enough. Just having a look then, actually, you just saw me coming to shot a little bit, having a look, making sure the camera's in the right place, and I've got the layout in shots fully. I didn't realise I left that bit in. Okay, so I'm just cutting the cut apart sheet apart, because there are some of these pieces that I want to use, and all these pieces are kind of my style. They're not overly like decorated or got sayings I wouldn't use on, so I do cut most of them up because I think I'm gonna at some point use most of them. I was looking for the ones that have got bold borders on them to go with what I was doing on the layout, because I kind of know where I'm going to go with it in terms of what I want to use. So this citron tag is definitely something I wanted to use as a contrasting colour to what's on there, so the blues in the photos. And oh my gosh, so I have a nightmare with this strip. I want it tucked in behind them photos, and so I know that's where it's going to go. I'm just cutting it to the length of the black and white strip. So yeah, go it there. Yeah, that looks right, it's where I want it. And now comes the fight after putting the glue on. Okay. Yeah, so this is fun. Not bit of a fight now, trying to get it in, trying to get it straight, knock that sticker on the floor, pick it up, stick it on my desk next to me. Oh my gosh, pops in one end, pops back out the other. It's like my bath panel, actually. My bath panel keeps doing that, where you pop it in one end and it pops out the other. Eventually get there. Do leave the photo wonky, so sorry about that. Decide that's a little bit too far out. I don't like it that far out. Want the photos overlapping it a bit, so I do end up covering a little bit of that strip. Fight with this to get it under the photos and where I want it, so happier with it like that. Not 100%, but it starts looking a little bit better once I've got all the embellishments down it. So these labels, using a couple of these, so I've got the citron tag there, so I use the citron label over the other side. Now, something you'll see I do a lot, which is cutting up labels or tuckies, so that I use one bit and I've still got the part that will be tucked under to use somewhere else, which is what I do here. I use it on the same layout. So I don't see the point of having stuff that's going to be under something not used, because it can be useful elsewhere. So that puts like citron colour in 3 spots in my triangle, and then gonna try and find some of the other colours. So there's I use one of the labels with that blue on. I just need a bit of blue at the top, so go looking through everything for that. So I decided to use some of these words from the 5th and Monaco sticker sheet to bring the colours across. Now it's a dark green in the top of the tag, so I use that as colours to put into other spots as well. Just having a look now for, there we go, with the dark green. Now these banners that are on, I'm a bit miffed there's only 2 of them, because I like doing my 3. So put 2 of them there, and I'm looking for a 3rd thing to go down the bottom. Now I do disappear for a minute, but to go and have a look through my 5th and Monaco collection that I've bought from Hey Little Magpie, which, by the way, I realised I've got another sheet of this because I didn't think I had the cardstock stickers, but I do. There's nothing other than using another one of them on the layout, those flags, banners. There's not really anything else in what I've got over in my stash to use, so I then pick up a gold sticker, so I'm at least bringing that gold down into the 3, so we've got the 3 spots with the gold. And then onto the Vicky Booten and Let's Wander ephemera. So, love this pack. Love these big flowers, and was going to use that camera, but decided I like the compass instead, with it being all a bit nautical with the boats and things. So, which I know you don't use compasses with boats, you use sectors, but I kind of liked it. Moving the flowers about and trying to make these leaves work. And I hadn't decided on a title, but yeah, that Let's Wander I think works. The journaling on this, which I do in a bit, is all about this being a walk I've not done for a while. So yeah, I thought that Let's Wander would work. So just playing with these leaves and what I want to do with it matching the leaves on the other side. Do sit and separate all these postage stamp little bits of ephemera, and then end up not using any of them, because I did start separating them to dot them about and then haven't used them at all. So yeah, it's a waste of a bit of video for you. Okay, so decide to move the smaller of those green leaves over to the other side with that yellow flower, and then I've got the pink flower with the larger from the pack, and those little green leaves behind my title. I did think of using that boat because of the feel of the page with what the pictures are, but I ended up not doing it. And this is when I stick everything down. So yeah, using my ATG, which I'm starting to get the hang of. I do put the Let's Wander up on some foam. Just wanted to add a bit of dimension to the page because I hadn't done that with any of the photos. So I'll pop that up on some foam, which I stick down with my Tombow. So that's the embellishing done, and now onto the journaling. So the journaling is about how I haven't really walked down to the beach at the Lizard since I was a teenager, and how, because it's a hard climb back up, and I've actually made it for the first time. So yeah, that's all done. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Bye bye.